Pulse of Spokane. Join us for the latest in news, views, and conversation with community leaders. The Pulse of Spokane is brought to you in part by Homes for You, Well Dressed Walrus, Spokane Firefighters Local 29, Creative Music Learning Center, and North Idaho Events. Now, put your finger on the Pulse of Spokane.
Welcome to the Pulse of Spokane. Kent Adams here. Can you believe we're less than 2 weeks? I started to say to the end of the month, but to the end of the year. Welcome 2020, not too far off. Got a couple of great guests today. Kevin Wright with the Government Procurement Group. Not an easy thing to say sometimes for some of us. Ann Long from Liberty Lake Coworking, a whole new concept of what's going on today. People who work from home can have a place to hang out and exchange information and maybe not have the kids around for a while. We'll learn all about that and why they started that business. And then an old friend, not because he's old, but because he's been around with us for the last year and a half, Dave Kovac, with the Spokane Fire Department, Local 29. We're going to talk about, guess what? Safety at Christmas time. We'll be right back.
Think of North Idaho Events as your business development advisor. We produce events of all kinds: trade shows, themed expos, fundraisers, corporate workshops, and more. We will discover the most appropriate event that your company can most opportunistically shine. We provide the platform to feature local businesses in front of a high quantity of their ideal customer. Share your story with April Howard over a cup of coffee so she can most appropriately guide you and your business into new heights and create a most mutually beneficial relationship.
Welcome to a new kind of talk show, Spokane Talks, where you find news, views, and conversations that include respect for opinions, facts, and diversity.
Spokane Talks, Saturdays at 8 a.m. on Fox 28.
Hi, this is Kurt Stockwell with Well Dressed Walrus. We are a local website design and development company here in Spokane. What we do is build beautiful, usable websites for local businesses. A website needs to be beautiful, it needs to be usable for your users, your customers, and yourself. Contact us anytime. We'd love to talk with you about your online marketing.
Well, welcome. Kevin Wright, how are you today?
I'm doing well. And yourself?
I'm doing all right. It's a new set. We were talking about that before we went on, and so we're seeing how it works. We found a few little things here and there, but welcome to anytime you make a change, right?
Yeah.
You have a company called, I'm going to have to look at it to be sure I get it right, Government Procurement
Group.
Yes. Okay. I can't read my writing. Is that bad or what? A lot of people say that. You know why I can't read my writing? I took that pre-med course in writing for doctors.
Oh, there you go.
So, yeah, that explains it, don't you
that's
think?
it.
Yeah. What is a government procurement group do?
Well, what we do, we're a government sales and business development company.
Okay.
So basically, we offer a series of government business development programs that helps companies to very quickly and very aggressively expand into the government market to sell their products and services. And whether that be federal or state, cities, counties, schools, colleges, universities, government-funded hospitals, townships, boroughs, villages, tribes, it doesn't really matter.
And all those
We do work with them
government entities are buying things
Oh,
every
absolutely.
day, from
Absolutely.
paper clips to you name it, right?
Oh, you'd be surprised what they buy.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah. How difficult is it for the small business, especially the smaller mid-sized businesses, to connect with the government?
Well, actually, the process for companies to go into the market is fairly difficult because a lot of them really do not understand the proper steps
Right.
in order to get established in the market correctly so they can compete and actually be able to win the bids on a consistent basis.
Let me guess, there's a lot of paperwork involved.
There is.
Yeah,
There is.
yeah.
But we have ways of cutting through that. We have a lot
Okay.
of proprietary processes.
Okay.
Like one of the major obstacles that many companies have is just finding the buyers and going through the vendor registration paperwork. And we're able to cut through about 95% of that paperwork
Really?
for our clients. It's
Wow.
absolutely amazing. Yes.
Yeah. So I imagine there's a fee to do this, right?
We do have fees, yes.
And you do for different levels of businesses, as I recall, depending on where they are. I mean, they may have just opened a business it's a mom and pop or mom or pop doing it and so forth to larger companies.
That's correct.
And you price differently for what their needs are, right?
Yes, we do have different programs, and we work nationwide actually with 100,000 government procurement offices. So
Wait,
for
100,000?
100,000 government procurement offices.
How
That's
can
right.
any one little guy or gal keep track of all that?
Well, they can't.
No.
Not without an organized process. But here's the thing. A small business is not going to go after the 100,000.
Right.
So we have small programs. In fact, our introductory program is our Local 100 program.
Okay.
And that's where we focus on the closest 100 government procurement offices to that business's location.
Okay.
Covering all the different levels of government, but within their local area. So it's a great starting point. It's a very inexpensive program. It's really designed for businesses with less than 3 employees to get them into the market so they can learn what they need to learn, dial it in, and be successful. Then we have state-based or statewide programs
Okay.
where we cover all the different levels of government within that state.
Okay.
And there could be hundreds or even all the way up to 1,000 procurement offices in that type of a program. And that's for a company that's a little more established, that
Sure.
may want to be a little more aggressive in their growth. And then, of course, we have the national programs for any company that can sell on a national level.
Right.
That really wants to get as aggressive as they want to get. We can take them there.
Yeah. Tell me a little bit about your background, because obviously you've done this for a while in one form or another.
A little bit, yes. I've had this company for 28 years, going on 29 here in the first of the month.
Wow.
And I've actually been in the industry for 37 years. I'm
Okay.
formerly one of the top IT salespeople actually in the United States as a result of selling to government agencies, which is what started the whole government consulting business to begin with.
Sure. Are you having fun?
Every
I know
day.
I ask
love
this
it.
I ask this of most of my guests because I think it's important in all of the trials and tribulations that we have as running your own business, from hiring the right and keeping the right people to cash flow to you name it. Sometimes it can be a long night that we don't sleep.
Oh, sure, there's always those periods.
But we got to have some fun too and know
That's
we're
right.
making a difference. How do people find out about you? Where do they go to get more information?
Well, they can go to govbidsguaranteed.com,
Okay.
and they can actually watch the different program videos there that explains everything in detail of what's included. There's a lot more than just vendor registration included. There's
Okay.
comprehensive sales training, a whole series of proprietary techniques that we teach them to really win over their
So they can see an
competitors.
overview of all this.
Absolutely,
Wow.
yes, and a full written
Are
outline.
you giving away the farm to start with?
Well, we have to get somewhere here. So,
Yeah.
But we do have new business bidding success guarantees on our programs that range from $50,000 all the way up to $5 million.
Explain how that works.
Well, basically, as they go through the program, the vendor registration, the sales training,
Yeah.
the RFP consultation support that we provide to them.
Right.
Basically, where we come in with our guarantees is that we can commit full company resources to their company to give them unlimited bid review consultations to continue dialing in and tweaking the process until they generate X amount of business
Wow.
within a 1-year period. And so that guaranteed amount just depends on which program they're on.
Right,
obviously.
right,
Yes.
right. Yeah, and what their market is probably a little
Sure,
bit too,
absolutely.
because if they have something that very few people buy, that might limit the guarantee. you
Well,
know?
when we're working with so many different agencies, the government buys so much. Most businesses only see what is publicly advertised and posted.
Okay.
Well, about 90% of the actual bid volume is in the non-published category of procurement and is never publicly advertised and posted. And that's where,
And you have access to all that.
we can help them do that, yes.
Okay.
And that really comes by being a registered vendor, managing and working your accounts correctly.
Okay.
All of that can happen for them.
Wow.
It's a very easy process if you know what to do.
And we're not going to go into this because I think people can contact you directly for prices and so forth, but I was astounded at really the lower cost of investing to have you make a real difference for them. And it's not expensive at all.
No, it's
So-
really not. Our
yeah.
starting point is a very
Yeah.
low-cost option for them.
Yeah.
And-
Are you excited to see some of these that you start with continue to grow? There's got to be some satisfaction in that, right?
Oh, absolutely. I love it when a company actually follows through and steps up to the plate and does it, makes it happen. And
Right.
we've had some great success rates. Even one of our clients, we helped them secure a major film project that ultimately ended up being nominated for a couple of Emmy Awards.
Ooh.
So it changed their entire company for them.
Wow.
And their future. Of course, they were industry experts and
Right.
in the industry for a long time,
Right.
but it still made a difference. It was a stepping stone.
Yeah, and sometimes that's just what it takes to get to that next level.
That's correct.
And there are dollars out there that are going to be spent by the government for their supplies and so forth. Why not be a part of getting that business?
Absolutely.
Yeah. Okay, Kevin,
Yes.
thank you very
All
much.
right.
This has been
Appreciate it.
really informative, so thanks. We're going to take a quick break, and we'll come back right after this.
Here at Creative Music Learning Center, we are dedicated to your learning no matter where you are on your journey. Whether you are a beginner, a casual player, or need some brushing up on technique, we are here for you. When you begin lessons with us, our teachers take the time to understand what kind of learner you are and how we can help you further your knowledge, offering a variety of instruments including piano, guitar, voice, violin, and more. We are here and ready to get started with you.
I had no idea how to be an adult, let alone a mom. I grew up in over 20 foster homes, so I partied to escape. I wanted to change, but I had no idea what to do. UGM showed me that healing begins with the heart, with understanding how much we are loved by a good God. My kids and I started over with a whole new foundation. Real people, real change. Union Gospel Mission.
Think of North Idaho Events as your business development advisor. We produce events of all kinds: trade shows, themed expos, fundraisers, corporate workshops, and more. We will discover the most appropriate event that your company can most opportunistically shine. We provide the platform to feature local businesses in front of a high quantity of their ideal customer. Share your story with April Howard over a cup of coffee so she can most appropriately guide you and your business into new heights and create a most mutually beneficial relationship.
Welcome to a new kind of talk show, Spokane Talks, where you find news, views, and conversations that include respect for opinions, facts, and diversity.
Spokane Talks, Saturdays at 8 a.m. on Fox 28.
Well, welcome back. Last week, we announced that we had some tickets to a new play at the Spokane Civic Theater, and the name of the play is Present Laughter. It's supposed to be funny, so hopefully you'll enjoy it. And we have two winners on our Facebook, and so if these two winners would go in and message us back, we'll work on how to get the tickets to you. And the first one is Ginny Olson Drevlo. I hope I've said it correct, and Rick Geisler. So the two of you both get a pair each of tickets to Present Laughter at the Civic Theater. And by the way, the Civic Theater is continuing through this Sunday with A Wonderful Life. Of course, I won't mention again that my granddaughter is playing Zuzu in it. That would be presumptuous of, yeah, anyway. Proud grandpa here, and you gotta put up with it for one more week, okay? Good to have our next guest, Ann Long. How are you today?
I'm great. Thanks.
Now, I haven't met you. We talked on the phone because you've been rather busy.
Yes, indeed.
Yes, indeed.
Very busy.
And let's tell the folks why you've been so busy.
Well, we are opening Liberty Lake Coworking.
Yes.
January 2nd, we open our doors.
Okay, you do. Okay.
And our space is now fully renovated and ready for move-in tomorrow.
Oh, so the big day is tomorrow to
Big
get
day
all
is
the supplies
tomorrow.
and everything in.
Yes.
Yeah. Will anyone actually move in before your opening day? Or?
Yes.
Okay, yes.
We have actually several tenants moving in already, members.
Okay.
So we're very happy about that. And they'll be ready to start their business on January 2nd.
Right. Liberty Lake Coworking. What does that mean?
Co-working is it's shared office space
Okay.
for entrepreneurs, remote workers, solopreneurs, or small startups that are tired of the distractions of their home office
Yes.
or their coffee shops and need a more professional place to work.
Right.
And the co-working allows not only for a beautiful office space to host your clients,
Right.
but also collaboration with other like-minded professionals,
Okay.
and networking and building your own business.
Now, will this all be space like this where people are just sitting at desks across from each other? Or
We
what-
have several different options in our space.
Okay.
We have what's called hot desks, which is very similar to this, where
Okay.
people just pull up pull up a chair and start working.
Right.
Then we also have a semi-private membership, which is a cubicle.
Okay.
Where you can leave your things there.
Okay.
And then we also...
So that's yours, 24/7
That would be yours.
in a sense, right?
That would be yours. In the cubicles, we don't offer 24/7.
Oh, okay.
But in the office space, we do. And
Okay.
the office space does require a 1-year commitment.
Okay, sure.
But we also offer double offices, single offices, and then team suites as well. So we have quite a
Really?
variety.
What kind of square footage do you have
We
there?
have 4,600 square feet.
Wow, okay.
Yeah.
I was envisioning something like the size of our studio, which is 1,000 square feet, but
Oh, yeah.
you're talking some big space.
It is a nice space. It's
Yeah.
a very nice space.
How did you get, you and your husband, Steve, obviously this was not an overnight thought,
No.
but how did you get from whatever it was you were doing before to where you are now? There must be a story involved.
There's a little bit of a story. I was in sales for many, many years, and I worked from home a lot of those years.
Sure.
And I thought I was very productive, which I was. I made my quotas every year, and thought I was doing pretty darn good. But over a period of time, we all become used to our
Habits. Yeah.
Exactly. And you don't really realize what's happening around you so much. So then I thought, well, I'm going to try this co-working thing out. I've heard about it, and I want to go see what it's about. So I started co-working in some other spaces around the area and different parts of the country, and realized I was actually quite productive and very
Okay.
focused, and felt really good about the people I was meeting and the production I was putting out and
Right,
all those
right.
things. So I thought, okay, but then I also started my own consulting business.
Okay.
And I thought I craved having my own space where I could host my clients, my
Yes,
own training
yes.
classes and all that.
Right.
And so the two of them came together, those two thoughts came together. One, why don't I create a place where people like me as a consultant
Right.
can provide this wonderful space for my clients and my training, but also allow other people, like-minded professionals like myself, do the same. So that's kind of how it was born.
Wow. Why Liberty Lake? Okay. You're way out there, almost on the edge of Idaho over there, that other country over there.
Yeah.
But why Liberty Lake?
Liberty Lake is in need of this kind of office space.
Okay.
There are a lot of remote workers in
Yes.
Liberty Lake.
Right.
A lot of software engineers that work for other companies outside of this area.
Right.
And people just need some separation from their work life to their home life. And being able to walk out that door and leave work behind is a huge benefit of co-working.
Yeah. Plus, there's that opportunity if people want to engage with each other.
Absolutely.
Well, how did you do that? Or you see someone struggling, you might go over and say, I work with that software. Let me tell you, and give some hints and so forth. And honestly, one of the things I hear from people working from home is they often are busy, but feel isolated. And, they
Absolutely.
still miss some of that camaraderie from being in an office with other people that are doing maybe not exactly the like type work, but doing work instead of the dishwasher running in the kitchen and other things that go on with kids coming home and you name it, right?
Right, or the UPS guy coming to the door several times a day. And,
Oh, they wouldn't do
you know,
that.
No.
Yeah.
And ringing the doorbell and dogs go crazy while you're on a conference call.
Oh, yes.
Right.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Those things. And, and the loneliness thing is a big deal. It's
Yes.
a really big deal because you don't really even realize that you're all that lonely until it's almost a little bit beyond where you think you can bring it back.
Yeah,
Do you know what I'm saying?
No, yeah. I've worked from home over the years, so I understand that. So
Right.
yeah. Okay, so you open officially on Thursday, January 2nd.
That's right.
2020. Is that just kind of weird to
It
say
is
and to
weird.
hear?
It's
you
very
know?
strange.
Open house that day? Can people come see?
Absolutely. So you can book a tour on our website.
Okay. So they could go in there now and do that.
Actually, tours aren't open yet because we don't have it's not.
Okay.
The polishing touches aren't on. I have had a few people come in.
Yeah. But
during-
after the second on, people will have a chance
and then
to.
on the 15th, January 15th, is our open house.
Oh, okay.
Where we'll have tours, the refreshments.
Okay.
and networking. So we would like to invite the community to come out and check it out. It's at 3 p.m. on
Okay.
January 15th,
Right.
which is a Wednesday.
Right.
And our ribbon cutting ceremony will be at 3:30.
Oh, fun.
Yeah.
Well, this is great. In the meantime, tell them how to find your Facebook or website or both. How can they find out what you're doing?
So our Facebook page is very active. We have a lot of members. We'd love for you to come check it out. It's Liberty Lake Coworking is how you can find us on Facebook. That's our Facebook page. And our website is llcoworking.corelink, CORLINC.com.
All right. Never heard of that, but I learn a lot of things here. Thank you. And I'm looking forward to coming out and seeing what you're doing
I
out
hope
there
you do.
because
We're glad to have you.
One of the things that we really push, and I think I mentioned to you on the phone, is to see the success of small businesses, and this will lend to some folks out in Green Acres and Liberty Lake and all of that area.
And Post
out there.
Falls, yeah.
Yeah, Post Falls too. Yes, let's
Definitely.
not forget those Idaho people.
That's
They
right.
We'll let them come over here. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Thanks.
Well, thanks for
Ann.
having me.
Well, good to have you here, and we'll keep in touch.
Okay, great.
We'll be right back. We're going to talk about fire safety right after this.
Hi, this is Larry at River Ridge Hardware. Just wanted the opportunity to show you a little bit about our Christmas. We have Christmas tree stands. We have ornaments that you won't find anywhere else. We have the small Christmas lights. We have the tube lights that you can run up and down. We also have a massive amount of snow shovels. Come on out and visit River Ridge Hardware.
Welcome to Tom Sawyer Country Coffee.
Tom Sawyer Country Coffee only roasts the finest organic coffee for our signature blends. Enjoy a cup at our coffee shop and local businesses and organizations across the region.
I'm Tom Sawyer, and we choose the Pacific Northwest.
Welcome to a new kind of talk show, Spokane Talks, where you find news, views, and conversations that include respect for opinions, facts, and diversity.
Spokane Talks, Saturdays at 8 a.m. on Fox 28.
We believe every person is created in the image of God with immeasurable beauty and worth, that people should not be defined by their present condition or past mistakes. We are all broken. We need each other. Healing for our brokenness begins with connection, with understanding how much we are loved by a good God. And with healing comes change, the potential for joy and meaning. No one was created for mere survival on the streets, for an existence blurred by mind-numbing substances. Each person is created with a purpose, a unique gift no one else can offer the world. Our job is to help them rediscover it. Real people, real change. Union Gospel Mission.
Well, welcome back. A friend of mine, I've known you now a little over a year, I think, too, right?
Yes.
And we had a conversation one day in my office. Dave Kovac, is it Kovac? Kovac, yes. From Local 29, firefighters here in Spokane, and you guys do everything for the community. You're just so active.
We try.
Yeah, and we all appreciate that. I remember telling you about a year ago this time that you've got me. Meaning, whatever you guys want as firefighters, because my son is a firefighter.
Yes.
Yeah, and I remember you're looking at me going, yeah, I know that, Kent. Yeah, but it's true, and we really try to honor all of our first responders, all of our veterans in active service and all of that. We really do appreciate all of you folks, what you do every day. You save lives, okay, and precious homes and dogs and cats and everything else. It's the holiday season.
It is.
There's no way around it. Christmas trees that have been up since the first part of December. Here we are today on the 17th. I don't care how much water you've put in or solution you've put in, are starting to get dry.
They are.
Yeah. And what does that mean?
It means house fires.
Yeah.
And there's almost nothing worse than, going to a fire on Christmas and having everybody's presents and their whole holiday.
Kind of a bummer, isn't it?
And especially if people get hurt.
Yes.
It's even worse.
Yeah.
We see three things this time of year that can be easily remedied. One is the tree drying out.
Yes.
So that's an easy one. Keep the tree watered. But we see...
but sometimes they do get dry, though.
Just on their own. They do. And if it starts getting dry, don't wait till after the first. Just put her out.
Sometimes that might be a day or two after Christmas even.
Yeah.
To do it instead of waiting till the first.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
But we see even more than that, and we've seen this a couple times this year already, is overloaded electrical circuits with lighting and heaters, especially the heaters.
Yes.
So we really try to remind people not to plug too much stuff into extension cords or
even those
breaker
strip
boxes,
things.
strips,
Yes.
power strips, especially the heaters. They can overload those power strips and melt them. And
I've seen pictures. I think you guys have put pictures out, matter of fact, on Facebook.
We did.
Yeah, and they're just melted down. And that surprised me, honestly. I hadn't really thought about that till I saw the picture. Now that's what I see.
Yeah.
And so, yeah.
So please just plug it into the wall and try not to overload them. And then the third thing we see is, unfortunately...
And it's not a contest to see how many things you can plug into the wall either.
We're not trying to be Clark Griswold. We see people doing fires for their holiday parties and whatnot, and they haven't used their fireplace in 5 years, or maybe they just moved into a house and haven't had it inspected, and the fire will come out. There'll be a crack in the masonry and get into the wall behind.
That's not a
the
good
fireplace.
thing, Dave.
So get them inspected.
Okay.
And they're easy fixes that can make you safer during the holiday.
Okay,
season.
so a couple of things. One is, how many tree fires do you think Spokane will go to this year?
The tree fires themselves, we don't go to very much.
Okay.
We might get one a year.
Oh, okay.
More than that is the electrical fires.
The overload.
And the chimney fires.
Okay.
Or the heat getting out of the masonry and behind the chimney.
I don't
we
care
go to
what kind of
those.
fire it is. It's still bad.
I've personally been to 2 of those already this year.
This year already?
Just myself.
Wow.
So those they're easily remedied. Thinking forward a little bit, not overloading your circuits, getting your chimney inspected can go a long way to having a safe and happy
So is
Christmas.
Santa going around town this year?
He is.
Okay.
Yes.
Where do I find out about where he might be?
Look us up on Facebook, Spokane Firefighters.
Okay.
We'll put out each night what neighborhood he's going to be in.
Okay.
And we are loaded up the rest of the week, or rest of the year until Christmas. He'll be out every night. So
Oh, wow. Wow. Are you out there helping?
I will be later. I will be later next
Okay.
week.
Next week, okay.
Just driving Santa around.
Oh, fun. Oh,
I'm
fun.
an elf.
Yeah. You're an elf? Okay. Is it fun?
It is fun. It is.
And what's fun? Seeing the kids come out?
Absolutely. Yeah. They just so happy when he comes down the street.
Yeah.
We have candy canes.
Why
for
do
him.
you guys do that?
That's a tradition that goes back at least 60 or 70 years.
Wow. Okay.
We've been doing that. And the guys love it. The
Yeah.
guys, it's all, just a crew on their day off.
Okay.
We'll grab Santa and the float and spend the evening.
And you
on their
guys
own
put the
time.
tree up, assemble it down at River Park Square.
Yep.
You do Bloomsday.
Yes.
You guys are out in the community
Yes,
too.
well, we're so appreciative of the community and their support for us that we feel it's important to give back where we can and be out there and be a part of our community that we try to protect.
Thank you, Dave.
Thank
you.
you.
Please thank all of the crew that you work with and everything.
I will.
We really appreciate what you guys do. You keep us safe, and I'm sure you go to way too many accidents and things like that these days. And
That's
yeah. I know. Okay. All right. Thanks.
Thank you, Kent. Merry
Thanks.
Christmas.
Good to have you. And same to you. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time here on the Pulse of Spokane. Have a great week, everybody.
Spokane is produced in Spokane, Washington by SpokaneTalksMedia.com, which is solely responsible for its content. The Pulse of Spokane is brought to you in part by Homes for You, Well Dressed Walrus, Spokane Firefighters Local 29, Creative Music Learning Center, and North Idaho Events. Ask the host a question, recommend a guest, or hear this program again on our Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Spotify, Apple Podcast, or Spokane Talk